Snehal, please start. Snehal, madam,
Yes,
are
ma'am.
you there?
Yes.
Yeah, please start.
Good morning, everyone. A very warm welcome to all of you on day 9 of 11 days online soft skill short term course Imprint, a transformative journey dedicated to shaping not just careers but mindsets. Dear all, I am Mrs. Nehal Rakhunde, an assistant professor of Dr. S. C. Gulhane, Prerna College of Commerce, Science and Arts, Nagpur. Delighted to be your host once again for this exciting online journey. This is a combined effort of Manoharrao Kamdi Mahavidyalaya, Nagpur, Seth Kesarimal Porwal College of Arts, Science and Commerce, Kamptee, Dr. S. C. Gulhane Prerna College of Commerce, Science and Arts, Nagpur, Mahatma Gandhi College, Parseoni, Ravindranath Tagore College, Dongargaon, and Orange City Institute of Management, Nagpur. Before we go ahead, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to all six institutions for their collaboration in gathering learners from various backgrounds. Here, I would like to thank Professor Dr. Usha Sapure Madam, Professor Dr. Vinay Chauhan Sir, Professor Dr. Praveen Joshi Sir, Dr. Lokchand Jadhav Sir, Dr. Jayant Gangareddy Sir, and Dr. Anil Sharma Sir. We are profoundly thankful for their enduring support, which has made this platform possible. I also would like to thank the coordinators of the course, Dr. Meenakshi Vasnik Madam, Dr. Renuka Roy Madam, Professor Pramod Gorde Sir, Assistant Professor Nasir Pathan Sir, and Dr. Rajni Kumar Madam for their sincere efforts and dedication that made this course possible. Dear, we have come a long way since day one, exploring various facets of communication, confidence, and professional development. And today we take a leap into a skill that is often the unsung hero of success. Today's topic is one that touches the heart, enriches the mind, and uplifts the spirit. Gratitude is not just a polite expression of thanks, it is a life altering mindset, a powerful emotional tool, and a key driver of personal and professional well being. Dear all, in our fast paced lives, how often do we stop to appreciate what we already have, the people, the experiences, and even the challenges that have helped us grow? Gratitude reshapes our perspective. It helps us to shift our focus from what's lacking to and what is abundant. Research shows that grateful individuals experience stronger relationships, better physical and mental health, and enhanced resilience. Dear student, to take us deeper into this enriching topic, we are honored to have with us today the resource person who is a shining example of excellence, Dr. Dipti Jain Thakre. Madam is addressing on the topic Harnessing the Power of Gratitude. Now, it is my privilege to introduce our today's resource person. Dr. Dipti Jain Thakre is working as an assistant professor in Ramdev Baba University. She has worked as a NAC coordinator in Anjuman Girls College. She is actively involved in various programs undertaken for the development of students. She has in her credit many creative and literary research articles presented and published in the national and international journals. She is an ardent poet. She is the executive member of many literary societies, including CLIC and Shakespeare Society of India, and also actively involved in various programs conducted by these societies. Dear students, we are grateful to have such an inspiring personality with us today. Now, I virtually welcome you, ma'am, and request you to begin the session. Over to you.
Thank you, Snehal ma'am. Thank you so much for your kind words, for introducing me. I'm really grateful to you. And so also, I'm grateful to Usha ma'am for giving me such a topic. Like when she sent me the list of topics, at once I selected this topic because the reason behind it was I had been experiencing the outcome of gratefulness. Like there was ups and downs in my life, and obviously at this point of time, and I'm practicing gratefulness from say last 2 years on daily basis, and I'm seeing the difference in me. So that is why I thought that this would be the appropriate topic that I would choose, because I would be able to share my experiences, okay, with the students. So once again, thank you, Usha ma'am, and I would like to thank all the colleges, all the organizing colleges, the principal, Dr. Vijay Chauhan, Professor Dr. Praveen Joshi, Dr. One minute, and also the principals of Gulhane College, Mahatma Gandhi College, Ravindranath Tagore College, and Orange City Institute of Management. So before I start, let me just share my screen. I'll do that. 1 minute. Yes, is it visible, ma'am?
Yes, Madhuri ma'am.
Yes. Okay, so, okay, dear students, I am sure that by the end of this lecture, you'll all agree with me, and that gratitude is actually the highest quality that we can practice. Now, here is a quote which I have provided: gratitude turns what we have into enough. So many a times it happens that we think that if we have lots of things, only then should we practice gratitude, or only then we'll have to be grateful for. But then this is not so. I think whatever we have, if we have a little, okay, by practicing gratitude, we can actually transform into it a lot. So we'll start with this slideshow and with the presentation of harnessing the power of gratitude. Now, I would just like the students to ask that when was the last time that you said thank you, and not thank you just for the sake of saying thank you, like thank you when like you really felt it. Ma'am, I would like to ask, is it possible for the students to interact with me?
Yes, ma'am, you can. But if they don't respond, then we need to proceed again. Yeah. Yes, ma'am, you can.
Okay. So, are there students who would like to tell me, share their experience? When was the last time they said thank you? Okay. So, okay, I don't think there is any responses for that. Okay, we'll start with, now I would just like to tell you what gratitude is. Okay, so as I told you, gratitude is just not, it's not just saying thank you. Okay, thank you is like thank you, these are just two words. Okay, thank you is when said from, when you feel it. Okay, when you really, like when it comes from within, it is when it changes into gratitude. So when you say thank you and you say it just on a upper level, that does not mean that you're grateful, or that actually does not make any sense. So gratitude is just more, is something more than just saying thank you. And obviously that means that it is a conscious appreciation and of all the good things that are happening to us. Okay, and these things can be big or small. So it actually involves acknowledging the role that others and circumstances play in a well-being. So obviously many a times it happens that many people may ask that gratitude can be grateful only when good things happen with us, and for that the answer that I would provide is no. Many a times when certain things happen with us in our life, certain incidents happen, which at that point of time we may not feel that they are for a betterment. Okay, but then if you, like, when the event has passed, when the incident has gone away, it has passed, and then when you look back and when you connect the dots, then maybe then you will find that all those things that had happened in your life, they were for your good, they were for your betterment, and it is at that point of time that we then say thank you. So what here we will do today is, like, we will create a mindset, okay, that whatever happens, we will not wait for a certain point of time, okay, later, कि जब हो जाए and we are not feeling good, we are blaming others, or we are blaming our destiny or fate, or we are blaming God, okay, at that point of time when anything which obviously which is not as per our liking that has happened. So we should not wait for the future and then look back and then connect the dots and then say that okay, whatever had happened, now I am grateful, or like now I'll practice gratitude. Okay, so that should not happen. So we will just see that how we will actually cultivate the emotion of gratitude. Okay, now as everybody should be aware that gratitude is not something inbuilt, it is that we develop. Now there are certain types of people, there are different kind of people around us. Some people, like, who are grateful for whatever they have, right? There are others who are always complaining whatever you do for them, right? They'll never satisfied, they are like always complaining. So if we belong to that slot of people, we are those type of people, we'll just see that how we have to change a mindset and how we will cultivate our, like, ourselves, and we will practice gratitude. Okay, now I will just like to share a small YouTube video. So take a minute.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Okay. In India, in a place called Bihar, a small little place called Patna, there's a guy who studied in a high school there and came out of Patna to become a big business giant. And once he returned back to Patna, and when he got back to Patna, he thought, let me go see one of my school friends whom I was with in school studying for about 8-9 years. He went to see his school friend. The place where his school friend lived was, small, narrow lanes. So he's a businessman now. He couldn't drive in his car, so he parked the car outside, decided to walk into the lane. He heard that his school friend whom he studied with for several years in school had turned out to be a priest in a temple. Because his father was a priest. They're not met for a long time. So he went to see his friend, who was now a priest. And firstly, the friend didn't even recognize the guy. He's a big businessman, still a priest. And then they kind of caught up and started talking, and they started sharing their hearts and catching up for whatever long time had been gone on. And then this priest, looking at this new friend who had come after a long time, not even knowing what he's doing, not even knowing where he lives, not even knowing that he's a businessman, said to him, hey, look, you're now living in a big city. If just in case you want to do something and start something and you need some financial help, I've saved up these 25,000 rupees from a long time. I'd like to give it all away to you to start this business. And this businessman was a friend. God, his heart was touched. This man, all he has is 25,000 rupees. And these 25,000 rupees is willing to give it all away to me. This businessman, it made such an impact on the heart of this businessman that on CNBC, This businessman was being interviewed by one of his friends whom I just met this evening, here, right here. He was interviewing this businessman. And after asking the sutras for his success, asked this businessman, would you like to share the story? And this businessman shared the story with a grateful heart, remembering. His memory hadn't gone weak. He had remembered that this guy had offered me this 25,000 rupees to start something, a venture, and that's all he had. Who with deep gratitude remembered this man in his memory that he was willing to give. Ladies and gentlemen, gratitude is about memory, about remembering what people have done for us, remembering what people do for us, how they come forth to help us. And so many have done that for us.
Dipti ma'am, are you there?
Dipti madam?
I think ma'am she's disconnected. Students, stay with
Yeah.
us. Very soon ma'am will join again.
She has off the video,
Yeah,
so
in
it is
place of
taking time to rejoin. Yeah. Mhm. Yes, Dipti ma'am. Please share the
Yes, so,
screen.
yes, so sorry. I don't know what happened. I'm doing that. Okay. I'm sure that you had seen that video that was being played. Was it visible?
Yes, ma'am. It was viewed. Yes, ma'am. It
Okay,
was visible.
okay. So sorry. Okay, so
Hmm.
as I was like in the video, while listening to Gopal Das Gaur, I'm sure that every one of you realize that how important it is to be grateful, and for the grateful not only for the things which are both big and small. It's not like only when you get too much of money, a good job, okay, or you have a very good relationship. It's not that you are grateful only then. Even if something is happening which is not according to what you have wished, right? So even you have to practice and develop your attitude in that way that you are grateful at even that point of time. So I would like to share my own experience actually at this point of time. Like again, in my lifetime, like 2 years ago, something really happened that it was not according to my whatever have planned, and I was very disappointed at that point of time about a failed relationship, about a job which I was not very satisfied with. And at that point of time, I was like, I kept on complaining. Okay, I was not grateful, and I kept on complaining for everything that was happening around me. I kept on complaining to God, and I kept on telling him, asking him that why is it that you're giving me so much of suffering, right? What have I done to, like, that this is happening to deserve this? Okay, so I kept complaining, and then one fine day I talked to my friend, and he actually, while I was talking to him, he realized that I was not in a very good state of mind. And then he told me about a class which was online class actually, or a session we could say. Actually, it was not a class, that was conducted by one Mr. Manish Sethi, who was from Akola, and he just said that just join it for 1 day or two, and if you feel that you, and I was not in a mindset, okay, that I could join some class, or I could hear somebody telling me what to do or what not to do, because I was in a very bad state of mind, right? So still he told me, and then he convinced me ki, okay, you join just for 1 or 2 days, and then if you want to continue, you continue. If you don't want to continue, you can leave. So obviously then I thought that I should take this call, and I joined that class, and I think that was a life transforming experience for me. Okay, so all those things that had gathered in my mind, and I was actually not ungrateful, but I was complaining that why had these things happened, and I was not ready to move ahead. I was stuck in my life where I felt that this is a point where I cannot move ahead from this point. So obviously when I joined and on the very first day, okay, when I joined, so it was actually a book reading session. That session was a book reading session where we were reading a book called The Magic by Rhonda Byrne. So I actually brought this book later on, and I have read it twice or thrice now, like from last 2 years. So whenever I'm upset, so I go to this, I catch hold of this book, I read it, and then I feel the transformation in me. I feel that I am so grateful for everything that is happening. And now I can, like, as I told you, that those incidents that happened 2 years back, and when I was heartbroken, I was shattered. And now I realize that all those things that had happened with me had happened for a reason. And this feeling came only when I had started practicing gratitude, like when I was grateful for each and everything. And that was the time that sir actually told me that you should not be thankful, or you should not be grateful for only the things that good things happening to you, or for the things that people are giving, for the materialistic things. Okay, even in a bad situation, you can actually find like a ray of light, something that you have benefited from those people who have done bad to you, in the sense that if somebody has betrayed us, okay, or somebody has left us when we needed them the most. So obviously that is for the reason, and the reason that we can give is that maybe it was that we should know how strong we are to bring out all the strength to us. See, usually it happens when we are dependent on somebody, right? So we do not know there are so many qualities which we have, but since we are not using it, so we don't know that these are the qualities that we possess. So obviously we may be somebody who is helping us all the time, who's being there with us all the time, who's being supportive to us for all the time, so we would not know that how strong we are. But once we are left alone, we are left all on our own, then that is the time we know that how we have to go through a life or what way we have to do things. So obviously that is when we come to know that how strong we can be. Okay, so now I have shared my experience. So now I have told you that how, because of that session, okay, I came to know, and that sir, he told us that you have to keep on writing. So obviously I got a journal, and not journal in the sense that I did not go and purchase that gratitude journal, because those things are in market nowadays. But then I just got hold of a diary, a new diary, and I started writing thank you. Okay, so it would be just that I would thank for everybody in everything that I have. So I would say thank you for the food that I eat, I would thank the air that I breathe in. If I'm driving a vehicle, I would thank my car that I have you, so that I'm protected from sun, from the rain. Okay, so I would thank, before going to sleep, I would thank my bed that because of you I'm so comfortable, I'm sleeping. I would even thank my house because it shelters me. So it is not just the living things that are around us. You can actually thank and be grateful for each and everything that you have in your life. The water, because it quenches your thirst. So you have a water in your hand, and you just say thank you, water, because of you, it is you that you're quenching my thirst. Okay, so once I started, it was like, I actually, when he used to say all these things, so I felt it, like it was so funny. I thought, ki, what is this, you're thanking water, air, like 5 elements of earth, like. So I would be like, I when I started, I still had doubts, because what he claimed was that if you practice gratitude, things will change in your life. So this is what he had claimed. So I had those doubts that just by writing thank you, or thanking everybody around me, how can things change? But then gradually I found that things are changing in my life. Now it was a new me, and as soon as I got up in the morning, I would, before stepping or keeping my legs on the floor, I would just say thank you that I had a good sleep. I would thank in advance that I'm sure that I would have a good day. Okay, and I started thanking actually for all those things which I did not even have. So I said to God that thank you that now I have a very good job. Thank you that now I have become very independent. Thank you for all the strength that I have. I'm thankful for all the supportive group, all the supportive people who are there for me, and all these things. When I started thanking again and again, and hardly it took a month that I could feel the change. So actually he had claimed that it would start happening from 21 days, and you had to do I had to do that journaling thing, the things and the people around us, the things that have happened for the whole day. Okay, so just writing thank you today. I had I did not face any difficulty. Things were very easy for me. Thank you for the children that when I delivered the lecture, they were very attentive to me. They were listening to me. They have gained from me. Okay, so these were the small things. Whatever I could remember of. So I would just say thank you
Ma'am, your voice is not clear.
It is now, ma'am. Am I
Yes, ma'am.
audible?
It is interrupting only. Uh,
Yes, ma'am, you are. There is a kind of little network, but no issue. Yeah, go on, please.
Okay. So as I was sharing my experience, so that is how I got to know the benefits of the gratitude and how powerful this practice of gratitude is. Okay, so now we'll just go through how gratitude actually, when we practice gratitude in the different aspects of life, how we benefit from them. So first point that I would like to mention is that when you practice gratitude, you have an improved mental health. So as I was telling you that how it reduces the feeling of envy, frustration and regret. So how at one point of time I was very frustrated, I was into depression, I was regretful for all the past things that I have done, and how well when I practice gratitude, okay, all these things gradually decreased, and how gratitude, it increases our happiness and how we become very optimistic and we become very positive in our life. So this is the impact that gratitude has on our mental health. Now if we come to the physical health, so obviously if we are happy, see, everything is interrelated. If we are mentally happy, obviously physically we will be happy too. And if we are mentally happy, obviously physically we will be happy too. And if you are aware, mostly they are all related to our thinking. So if I start thinking that I have a headache, so if I got up early in the morning and I have a slight headache, and if I start concentrating on my headache, so obviously it will keep on increasing. And if at that point of time I say that no, I don't have it, is there, but if I start manifesting, or if I start thinking no, I don't have any headache, I'm perfectly well, I'll go to whatever workplace I am going to, I'll do my best, I'll do that. So you will actually realize that these things disappear. Okay, so everything, so mental health and physical health, they are interrelated. If you are mentally happy, if you are mentally satisfied, if you are mentally grateful for whatever is happening in your life, so obviously your physical health will also improve. Now there is the study which has been conducted, I'll actually explain in detail in later slides. So there is the study that if you maintain this gratitude journal, okay, and if you write about all the things that you're grateful for, you're happy for, your sleep quality actually it increases, it becomes good, in the sense that you sleep well. Okay, and then if you're happy, if you're mentally happy, then you want to do exercises, you actually kind of develop healthier habits. Okay, and the overall all impact is then on the immune system. So then, just because of this little habit of gratitude, you actually are like your immune system uh, is improves, and you fight with all the diseases. So that means you do not fall ill very often, so you are in good health. Okay, so this is also the benefit of gratitude. Now obviously gratitude is also that it builds stronger relationships, so it increases the feeling of connection, empathy. You feel that love, you that connection with people around you. And obviously one thing, if you're grateful for, now see, this is also something that has happened to you. Okay, and that is when then you also in return want to give good things to others. So obviously you become kind. Okay, so that is one very important. And as you sow, so you reap. I hope you know this proverb. So that means that जैसा दोगे ना वैसा ही मिलेगा, right? तो आप अच्छा करोगे, अच्छा सोचोगे, and it is not like necessary कि जिसका आप अच्छा कर रहे हो सिर्फ उसी से आपके पास अच्छा वापस आए. Okay, it can be from anywhere, that all the good acts that you are doing, तो वो कहीं से भी वापस आ सकता है. बट देन बी श्योर कि आपने कोई भी एक अच्छा एक्ट किया है, एंड इफ यू आर ग्रेटफुल फॉर वॉट एवर यू हैव इन योर लाइफ, तो वो आपके पास लौट कर आएगा ही आएगा. एंड इफ यू आर अ पर्सन हु इज काइंड, हु इज ग्रेटफुल फॉर ईच एंड एवरीथिंग, तो वो लोगों से आपका जो बॉन्ड है वो स्ट्रेंथन होगा ही नहीं. नाउ अगेन अबाउट ग्रैटिट्यूड और अबाउट सेइंग थैंक यू, वन थिंग व्हिच आई एक्सपीरियंस इन माय एवरीडे लाइफ. Now when I go to college, so there are some people who are like obviously those cleaners who clean the washrooms, who clean a staff room. So I always make it a point that when I go and if I see them cleaning, after they have cleaned, I say thank you. And actually the smile that they display on their face, so it's not that it is obviously it is their duty, they are being paid for it. Okay, so they don't expect everyone to thank them, and everyone don't. ठीक है, तो सब उनको थैंक यू बोलते ही नहीं है. बट देन सिंस आई हैव डेवलप्ड दिस हैबिट ऑफ ग्रैटिट्यूड, तो इफ आई एम गोइंग टू द वॉशरूम, आई सी देम क्लीनिंग, उन्होंने जस्ट क्लीन करके निकले हैं, तो आई ऑलवेज एक्नॉलेज. ओके, आई टेल देम कि थैंक यू, आपके कारण हमको क्लीन वॉशरूम्स यूज करने मिलता है. सो वंस दे हैव क्लीन द स्टाफ रूम, आई से थैंक यू, आपके कारण हम लोग इतने साफ जगह पे बैठे. एंड आई एम सो हैप्पी. वो जो स्माइल उन लोग डिस्प्ले करते हैं, इट्स दे आर वर्किंग वेरी हार्ड. जस्ट इमेजिन फ्रॉम मॉर्निंग 9 to evening 5-6, they are just doing the same job. ठीक है, रिपीटेडली दे आर क्लीनिंग द होल बिल्डिंग. वॉशरूम्स उनको 2 से 3 बार क्लीन करने पड़ते हैं. सो हाउ फ्रस्ट्रेटिंग इट कैन बी. बट वो जो एक स्मॉल एक्ट ऑफ काइंडनेस, सिर्फ वो थैंक यू, उनको एक स्माइल करके अगर हम उनको थैंक यू बोल देते हैं ना, तो दैट मेक्स देयर डे. सो मेक इट अ पॉइंट कि आपके लिए कोई भी कुछ भी छोटा कर रहा है, बड़ा कर रहा है. इफ यू गो टू अ रेस्टोरेंट, if a waiter gives you food, okay, it's his duty, maybe you'll give a tip later on. So that does not mean कि आप उससे अच्छे से behave नहीं करोगे, you will be rude to him. If you say thank you, obviously actually वो double efforts आपके whatever they are doing, ठीक है, उसके लिए वो double efforts आपको डाल के देंगे. So obviously if you are thankful for each and everything, तो आपकी जो रिलेशनशिप्स भी हैं वो भी धीरे धीरे क्या हो जाती है, इम्प्रूव हो जाती है. And then when very important point is it increases your resilience. Now what do you mean by resilience? Resilience actually means, now see, I have already told you that kabhi bhi kisi ki bhi life, it is not smooth sailing. Okay, there are always ups and downs, there are always some setbacks, some challenges that everybody faces. And it is at this point of time कि हम लोग एकदम हमको लगता है कि नहीं अब कुछ नहीं हो पाएगा, there hopelessness sinks in. Okay, but if you are grateful, as I told you, if you are grateful for even those things which has not happened according to your requirements, your desires, your wishes, तो अगर तभी भी आप लोग thank you बोलते रहे, right? Even if you are grateful for even those bad things that have happened to you, so that is what resilience means. So you are ready to face these challenges, you are ready to cope up with these challenges. So wahi ki, as I was explaining you, ki if your job is, you are not satisfied with your job, if you feel ki your working environment is not good, okay, so all you have to do is keep thanking. ठीक है, मुंह पे जाके, क्योंकि मे बी देयर आर सम पीपल दैट यू आर नॉट, दे आर नॉट इवन, दे डू नॉट इवन वांट टू टॉक टू यू, ठीक है, बट हम लोग ने अगर मन में भी उनको थैंक यू बोलते रहे, यू कैन थैंक देम कि आप मेरा पेशेंस टेस्ट कर रहे हो, ठीक है, आपके कारण मेरा पेशेंस बढ़ रहा है, आई एम नॉट ओवर रिएक्टिंग. ओके, तो वो उसमें भी अगर आपने उनको थैंक यू बोलते रहे, सो ग्रेजुअली हमारा जो फोकस है दैट विल शिफ्ट फ्रॉम जो हमारे पास नहीं है उससे जो हमारे पास है, राइट? सो दिस इज व्हाट विल हैपन. सो एज आई वाज सेइंग कि हम लोग ये बैड टाइम्स में भी, ये चैलेंजिंग टाइम्स में भी हमारा जो आउटलुक है वो ग्रेजुअली क्या हो जाता है, पॉजिटिव हो जाता है. इन्हें चीजें नहीं बदलती, right? Things have not changed, but then our outlook, a point of view to view these changes, ठीक है, थिंग्स हैव चेंज, ठीक है, जिस तरीके से हमारा नजरिया बदल गया है, उन्हीं चीजों के लिए जिनके लिए हम लोग कंप्लेन करते थे, वही चीजों के लिए अब हम लोग वी आर एक्चुअली प्रोवाइडिंग रीजंस, हम लोग उन्हीं चीजों के लिए कोई रीजंस दे रहे हैं कि ये जो बैड टाइम्स है इनसे मैंने क्या सीखा. So that is how it increases your resilience, meaning you are able to cope up with all the bad things, all the things which you have not, which you do not agree with. Okay, then when you are grateful, it increases your motivation and perseverance. So obviously you feel more motivated. When you start practicing gratitude, you become positive, and then you actually accept the fact कि अब मेरे साथ कुछ बुरा हो ही नहीं सकता है. From now onward, from this point on, अब हर चीज जो मेरे मेंटल सेटअप, जब आप वो चीज मैनिफेस्ट करने लगते हो, वो चीज आप एक्सेप्ट करने लगते हो, तो यू फील मोर मोटिवेटेड. सो ऑब्वियसली फॉर मी एट दैट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम कि when I was stuck in a work environment which I did not like, and I thought कि अब मैं इस चीज से कभी बाहर निकल ही नहीं सकती, but then when I started practicing gratitude, I gradually came out of it. I found कि एक नया job opportunity मेरे पास आया. Previously I would be so like कि अभी ये age में why should I be starting something new? I don't think I'll be able to handle something new. But वो इतनी पॉजिटिविटी मेरे अंदर आ गई थी. आई वाज सो पॉजिटिव, आई थॉट कि नहीं, एज इज नॉट अ बार, ठीक है, आई विल मैनेज. और फिर मेरा होम या फैमिली लाइफ भी मैनेज करके आई वाज थिंकिंग कि नहीं, मुझसे नहीं होगा, ठीक है. बट देन वो जब चैलेंजेस आए, जब वो चैलेंजेस को फेस करने के लिए वो पॉजिटिविटी आया, वो ऑप्टिमिज्म आया, देन आई थॉट कि नहीं, नाउ आई विल ट्राई समथिंग न्यू. एंड व्हेन आई ट्राइड, आई गॉट दैट जॉब व्हिच आई एम वेरी हैप्पी अबाउट. सो things change, and then you have achieve certain things. और फिर वो एक चीज, यानी वो gratitude leads to you achieving your goals. और फिर वो एक चीज आप अचीव करने लगते हैं ना, तो then हमको लगता है कि अभी अगर ये मैंने अचीव कर लिया, तो obviously there is nothing that in this world that I can't achieve. ओके, सो हम लोग धीरे धीरे क्या होने लगते हैं, प्रोग्रेस होने लगते हैं. एंड वी ऑल्सो आर रेडी कि अगर हमको फेलियर्स भी आए, तो वी विल लर्न फ्रॉम दिस फेलियर्स. यानी वो सेटबैक्स अब हमको टेंशन नहीं देते, राइट. एंड देन ऑब्वियसली इट ऑल्सो लीड्स टू एनहांस सेल्फ एस्टीम. हमारा एक सेल्फ, यानी हमारे अंदर वो कॉन्फिडेंस लेवल जो है वो क्या हो जाता है, बढ़ जाता है. अभी तक हमको जो अपने बारे में लगने लग रहा था कि हम नहीं कर पाएंगे, मुझसे हो पाएगा कि नहीं, सो ऑब्वियसली दैट ऑल्सो रिड्यूसेस व्हेन यू प्रैक्टिस gratitude, right? So this is what are the benefits of the gratitudes. Now obviously there are some challenges. Now क्योंकि I know कि मैं जब बोल रही हूँ तो you may not accept it, ठीक है, but and that was what I was at one point of time कि सिर्फ थैंक यू बोलने से चीजें बदल नहीं सकती. So obviously there are certain mindsets, ठीक है, जिनको हमको चेंज करना पड़ेगा ताकि हम लोग ग्रैटिट्यूड प्रैक्टिस करने लगे. सो ऑब्वियसली जो चैलेंजेस है, वो क्या चैलेंजेस रहते हैं कि हम लोगों की आदत रहती है कि हम हमेशा नेगेटिव को ही फोकस करते हैं ना. अगर देयर इज अ ग्लास व्हिच हैज अ वाटर, हाफ ग्लास फुल ऑफ वाटर, सो ऑब्वियसली विल से दैट ये ग्लास आधा खाली है, ना कि आधा भरा है. तो ऑब्वियसली जो चीज नहीं है उसके तरफ हमारा ज्यादा ध्यान रहता है. सो वी फोकस ऑन दोज थिंग्स कि ये हमारे पास नहीं है, मेरे पास बहुत पैसा नहीं है, मेरे पास अच्छा एजुकेशन नहीं है, ना कि मेरे पास तो इतना है, कईयों के पास तो वो भी नहीं है ना. फ्रॉम दिस आई एक्चुअली रिमेम्बर व्हेन आई वाज वेरी यंग, तो माय फादर, ही वाज अ वेरी ऑप्टिमिस्टिक पर्सन, एंड ही वाज एक्चुअली ग्रेटफुल फॉर ऑल द थिंग्स that he had and that were happening with him. So we were a middle class फैमिली. सो ऑब्वियसली कई बार कुछ चीजें ऐसी होती थी कि वी वुड कंप्लेन कि पापा ये चीज हमको चाहिए और ये हमारे पास नहीं है, राइट. एंड देयर आर सर्टेन रिच पीपल इन अ लाइफ और रिलेटिव्स कि उनके पास तो ये है, हमारे पास नहीं है. सो ही वुड ऑलवेज टेल अस कि अपने आप को अपने से ऊंचों के जिनके पास बहुत ज्यादा है उनसे कंपेयर करने की जगह एक्चुअली कंपेयर तो हमको करना ही नहीं है, बट देन लुक एट दोज पीपल जिनके पास कुछ चीजें नहीं है एंड दैट वी हैव. Okay, so from him also I always admired at that point of time. तो नहीं समझ में आया obviously, but now I feel कि with all those challenges and bad times that he also faced, okay, so he could gradually overcome that just because he was of this attitude कि जो है उसके लिए मुझे thankful होना है. Okay, so you do not focus on the negativity, you focus on what you have, and then you should not compare and you should not envy. जलन हमको करनी नहीं है. Now if I am sure 2-3 दिन पहले there was a news in a newspaper, City Line Hitwada में I had read this news कि one of the boy was just 18 years old and he murdered his friend. Okay, now if you are aware, the reason of this boy murdering his friend was that he was envious. यानी this the other boy who was murdered, वो अभी recently कहीं से तो भी इसके घर के neighborhood में shift हुआ था, right, and he had a big huge house, so obviously they had received some money from somewhere, so they had made a big house which was very luxurious, and this boy who is a murderer now, okay, तो वो he used to go visit this boy. So उसको बस ये अच्छा नहीं लगा कि मेरे पास ये सारी चीजें नहीं है, ठीक है, और इसके पास कितना अच्छा घर है, इसके पास गाड़ी है, he lives in such a luxurious house. It was like पूरा AI उनके घर में था, so it was very like a beautiful house. तो अब now just imagine कि उसने he like was comparing himself, his situation with this rich boy, and he also felt कि ये show off करता है, all those things they were, and this led him to murder his own friend. Now imagine उसने murder कर दिया, he was caught, now he is behind the bars. तो उसको हासिल क्या हुआ, right? Had it been कि वो manifest करता, वो he would have worked hard, right? तो gradually वो ये सारी चीजें accumulate कर पाता था, but instead he like उसने क्या किया, and murdering did not solve his problem. यानी उसने murder करके उसको कुछ भी हासिल होने वाला नहीं है, ना हुआ. So this is what is an incident that we should learn from, कि हमको ना comparison करना है, ना किसी को देखकर हमको जलन करना. Instead what we can do is like we should be happy for them. We should be happy कि तुम्हारे पास इतना सब कुछ है, and I am thankful for whatever I have, and I am sure that I will receive more. So if you adopt this way, तो obviously वो सारी चीजें जो आप manifest कर रहे हो, जो सारी चीजें आपको लग रहा है कि आप obviously at that point of time तो आपको मिलेगा नहीं, and you'll have to work towards whatever your goals are, ठीक है, but then at a point of time I'm sure that you will receive it, and then don't take things for granted. यानी जो है कि हाँ, many a times we have seen some thankless creatures कि उनके पास सब है but still gratitude नहीं है, and then you will see कि gradually अगर gratitude नहीं है तो वो जो चीजें हैं भी तो वो भी उनके पास से निकल जाएगी. For that I actually would like to, ये जो मैंने बुक आपको बताया कि I have been reading this book, so there is a beautiful line which this book has. It says that whoever has gratitude will be given more, and he or she will have an abundance. Whoever does not have gratitude, even what he or she has will be taken from him or her. Okay, and this is the rule of nature. ठीक है, ये जो लॉ ऑफ नेचर है, दिस इज व्हाट दिस बुक इज ऑल अबाउट, एंड इट सेज कि जिसके पास ग्रैटिट्यूड है उसको और मिलेगा, वो अबंडेंट हो जाएगा, ठीक है, और जिसके पास बहुत भी है लेकिन ग्रैटिट्यूड नहीं है तो जो भी चीज उसके पास है वो भी उससे छीन ली जाएगी. सो दीज आर द लाइंस जिसको मैंने बार बार पढ़ती हूँ मैं, right? So that I do not forget that I have to be grateful for all the good and the bad things that are happening to me. And it is very difficult, जब difficult circumstances रहते हैं तब हमको थैंकफुल या ग्रैटिट्यूड प्रैक्टिस करना डिफिकल्ट रहता है. बट दोज आर द चैलेंजिंग टाइम्स. ठीक है, जो मैंने आपको अपना एक्सपीरियंस शेयर किया कि बहुत प्रॉब्लम्स थी. ठीक है, आई थॉट कि मैं नहीं, I will not be able to overcome. It is just because of the gratitude that now I'm sitting in front of you, I'm confident, and I am getting everything that I desire. Okay, so obviously इसके लिए हमको क्या करना है, कॉन्शियसली. इट विल टेक टाइम, हफ्ता 10 दिन, बट देन इफ यू डू इट रेगुलरली, सिर्फ 21 डेज भी आपने रेगुलरली रोज रात को सोने से पहले आपने सिर्फ जो चीज आपके साथ अच्छी हुई है या बुरी भी हुई है उसके लिए अगर आपने अपना ग्रैटिट्यूड शो किया तो ऑब्वियसली देयर विल बी दिस शिफ्ट. ओके, एंड देन यू हैव टू लव योरसेल्फ. कभी self doubt आने, passionate about yourself, about the people around you, and don't compare yourself with anybody. आपके जैसा कोई नहीं हो सकता, उनके जैसा हमको होना नहीं है. ठीक है, कॉन्शियसली छोटी छोटी चीजों को जो आपको खुशी देती है उनको हमको नोटिस करना है. ठीक है, क्योंकि वो छोटी चीजों से अगर हमने खुश होना सीख लिया तो हमारा वो जो एक जो माइंडसेट है वो ऑटोमेटिकली क्या हो जाएगा, चेंज हो जाएगा. नाउ अगर यू डोंट बिलीव मी तो आई हैव गॉट सम फाइंडिंग्स जो साइंटिफिकली प्रूवन है. ठीक है, कि 2016 में एक स्टडी हुई थी fMRI. ओके, जिसमें न्यूरो इमेज, उसमें ये फाइंड आउट करने की हुआ, यानी दिस वाज फाउंड आउट कि कुछ देयर वर सम पार्टिसिपेंट्स हु वर आस्क्ड टू राइट अ लेटर ऑफ ग्रैटिट्यूड. ठीक है, कि उनको एक व्हाट यू आर ग्रेटफुल फॉर, तो वो उनको लेटर लिखना था. एंड वो लेटर लिखने के बाद, एंड इट इज नॉट कि इमीडिएटली ही सिर्फ वो मेंटल यानी वो जब स्टडी हुआ या उनका पे एक्सपेरिमेंट हुआ, इट वाज नॉट कि तभी ही उनको ये उनमें ये चेंजेस दिखे. इट वाज लॉन्ग लास्टिंग इंक्रीजेस, राइट. क्या क्या चीजें हुई, इट एनहांस्ड द न्यूरल सेंसिटिविटी टू सोशल रिवॉर्ड. यानी हमारे दिमाग में एक ऐसा चेंज आया वेयर वी एक्चुअली, हमारा एक जो कॉर्टेक्स रहता है, मीडियल प्रीफ्रंटल कॉर्टेक्स, उसमें देयर आर लाइक हमारा एंजाइटी लेवल जो है वो लो हो जाता है, स्ट्रेस लेवल हमारा कम हो जाता है, इमोशनल रेजिलियंस हमारा, हाउ टू फाइट विद द सेटबैक्स, वो इंक्रीज हो जाता है. एंड ओवरऑल वी बिकम अ वेरी सैटिस्फैक्टरी पर्सन. एंड हमको ऐसा लगता है कि वॉट एवर वी हैव, वी आर सैटिस्फाइड with all those things. तो ये रिसर्च फाइंडिंग है. एंड वन मोर थिंग दैट वाज लाइक कि जो मैंने बताया ना कि हम जब वी आर ग्रेटफुल, ठीक है, तो ग्रैटिट्यूड जो है वो एक फील गुड न्यूरो ट्रांसमिटर्स ये वो ट्रिगर करते हैं, लाइक केमिकल रिलीज होता है. अब ये जो केमिकल्स हैं, आई एम श्योर यू मस्ट हैव हर्ड देयर नेम्स, डोपामाइन, सेरोटोनिन एंड ऑक्सीटोसिन. डोपामाइन तो मैंने शायद आप लोगों ने बहुत बार सुना होगा. डोपामाइन इज समथिंग व्हिच इज रिलीज्ड व्हेन यू आर वेरी हैप्पी. ठीक है, तो एक्सरसाइज करने के बाद ये रिलीज होता है, राइट, क्योंकि आप फिजिकली फिट हो एंड यू वांट टू रिलीज योर स्ट्रेस. और ये जब रिलीज होता है, राइट, कंटेंट, ये केमिकल जो है रिलीज होता है, तो ऑब्वियसली यू बिकम वेरी हैप्पी, यानी आपको एक फील गुड वाली फीलिंग आने लगती है. तो व्हेन यू प्रैक्टिस ग्रैटिट्यूड, यानी अगर आपने एक्सरसाइज नहीं भी किया, आप सिर्फ थैंकफुल हो, ग्रैटिट्यूड प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हो, तभी भी ये जो केमिकल्स है वो हमारे ब्रेन से रिलीज होते हैं. ठीक है, एंड देन ऑटोमेटिकली वी बिकम वेरी अ पर्सन हु इज लाइक हैप्पी. एंड हर छोटी चीजों में हमको एक पॉजिटिविटी नजर आती है. सो दिस इज अ साइंटिफिक स्टडी, सो इट इज नॉट दैट समथिंग आई एम सेइंग कि you know it actually happens. And if you practice, if you want to see it is real or not real, so I will just suggest कि सिर्फ 21 days you have that journal with you. Keep a gratitude journal. Gratitude journal, it can be any notebook. कोई आपको purchase करने की जरूरत नहीं. It can be any notebook where you start writing what you're thankful for. You can write, I would like to thank my mother for all the things that she does for me, for all the tasty tiffin that she has been making for me from my school days. I would like to thank my father, who would who sent me to school, who fulfilled all my wishes, small and big. और कर भी नहीं पाए तो still he was always there for me. I would like to thank my siblings for all their support, all their love, all their trust. I would like to thank my friend for being there for me. So आपको हर चीज को, और फिर मैंने वही बोला था, elements of नेचर, ठीक है, 5 एलिमेंट्स ऑफ नेचर, आपको जल, वायु, ठीक है, अग्नि, ठीक है, इनको भी आपको क्या करना है, थैंक यू करना है. गो स्टैंड इन फ्रंट ऑफ द सन, थैंक सन कि तुम्हारे कारण उजाला है, तुम्हारे कारण मुझे, तुम्हारे कारण ही there are fruits, there are vegetables, all these things. It is because of you that I am getting all these things to eat. ठीक है, so you have to be in gratitude for each and everything. So जब आप वर्क प्लेस में हो तो आपको अपने कलीग्स को अप्रिशिएट करना है, ठीक है, आपका अगर ग्रोथ हो रही है वो अपॉर्चुनिटीज को अप्रिशिएट करना है, आपके अगर आपके बॉस को अप्रिशिएट करना, आपके हेड को अप्रिशिएट करना. आपका आई हैव अ फ्रेंड, अभी मैं नए कॉलेज में गया तो ऑब्वियसली आई हैड टू फेस मेनी चैलेंजेस. I was not very pro with computers and all those programming, which now I had to do. So there's a friend called who sits besides me, Priyanka. So obviously she keeps on helping me with all the things that I get stuck in. So I am so grateful for that. तो मैं उसको बार-बार thank you बोलती हूँ, and all my colleagues, all the other colleagues also. So obviously I thank them कि it is because of you I could do all these things which I thought I was incapable of doing. So I'm learning new things. Then you value your relationships. तो जो भी आपके relation, it's not कि you're a mother तो आपको अपने बच्चों को thank you नहीं बोल सकते हो क्योंकि they are younger to you. Like ऐसा नहीं है, क्योंकि आप उनसे भी बहुत कुछ चीजें सीखते हो. And relationships not only with a husband, wife or parental or siblings, आप अपने मेट को भी, आपको if they make good food और आपने अगर थैंक यू बोला तो देखना कि दूसरे दिन आपका जो फूड है वो और ज्यादा टेस्टी बन जाता है. एंड ऑब्वियसली इट इंक्रीजेस, एक उनका सपोर्ट आपको मिलता है, राइट, और बॉन्ड इट बिकम्स स्ट्रॉन्गर एंड स्ट्रॉन्गर. देन पर्सनल ग्रोथ के लिए भी आपको थैंक यू बोलना, और सबसे पहले तो सुबह उठ के आपको थैंक गॉड, ठीक है, that he has given you life, and thank him that he has given you a wonderful life, कि आपके पास दोनों हाथ हैं, दोनों पैर हैं, you can speak, you can hear, ठीक है, you can do certain everything. जिनके पास वो चीजें नहीं है वो नहीं कर सकते हैं, तो आपको वो सब चीजें मिली है, तो आपको उसके लिए भी थैंक यू बोलना है. हेल्थ के लिए थैंक यू बोलना है, राइट, यू हैव अ गुड हेल्थ, ठीक है, आप बीमार नहीं रहते हो, उसके लिए, क्योंकि आप अगर थैंक यू मिले बोलोगे तो वो चीजें आप में भी आप थोड़े से बीमार रहते हो, लेकिन आप थैंक यू बोलोगे और बार बार ये जब बोलोगे कि आई हैव गॉट अ वेरी गुड हेल्थ, मैं बीमार नहीं होती हूँ, आई एम स्ट्रॉन्ग, ओके. सो ऑब्वियसली धीरे धीरे वो बॉडी ये एक्सेप्ट करने लगेगी कि आप बीमार नहीं हो. एंड देन जो मैंने बोला, मोस्ट ऑफ द डिजीजेस आर साइकोसोमैटिक. आप सोचते हो इसीलिए वो बीमारियां या प्रॉब्लम्स आपको होते हैं. एंड व्हेन यू स्टॉप थिंकिंग अबाउट देम एंड यू कॉन्सेंट्रेट ऑन व्हाट एवर गुड थिंग्स आर देयर, ओके, तो वो सारी चीजें, वो सारी बुरी चीजें क्या हो जाएगी, डिसअपियर हो जाएगी. तो यू हैव टू बी थैंकफुल फॉर एवरीथिंग. बारिश हो रही है, बारिश के लिए थैंक यू बोलो. एक सनी डे है, सनी डे के लिए डोंट कंप्लेन, कितनी गर्मी है, कितनी ठंडी है, अरे बारिश हो रहा है, पूरा कीचड़ है, मेरे कपड़े नहीं सूख रहे. डोंट डू दैट, ठीक है. बी थैंकफुल फॉर ईच एंड एवरी थिंग, ओके. एंड देन यू विल नो कि आप अगर लोगों को थैंक यू बोलते हैं तो योर रिलेशनशिप इट इज कंटेजियस. आप जैसा करोगे, जैसा बोगे वैसा मिलेगा. एज यू सो यू रीप, दैट इज व्हाट आई टोल्ड यू बिफोर ऑल्सो. तो आप अगर लोगों को अच्छे नजरिए से देखोगे, उनके लिए उनको थैंक यू बोलोगे, तो ऑब्वियसली वही चीजें आपके पास लौट कर आएगी, और आप को यू विल एक्चुअली गेट थिंग्स कि जिसके लिए आप ज्यादा, यानी यू विल बी मोर ग्रेटफुल फॉर. यानी अगर आपके पास एक स्मॉल छोटा सा एग्जांपल ही मैं, कि इफ यू हैव ओनली 1 लाख रुपी विथ यू, ओके, एंड यू आर थैंकफुल फॉर दैट 1 लाख, ओके, कि मेरे पास 1 लाख रुपए, आई एम सो हैप्पी कि वो है, तो मुझे अगर जरूरत पड़ेगी तो I'll spend that money, and obviously I have it, I'm grateful for that money that I have. Okay, तो if you are grateful for what you have, तो वो धीरे धीरे वो जो मनी है, या यू विल स्टार्ट गेटिंग न्यूअर सोर्सेज ऑफ इनकम. ठीक है, एक ऐसी अपॉर्चुनिटीज आपको मिलने लगेगी कि वो पैसा धीरे धीरे आपका क्या होते जाएगा, बढ़ता जाएगा. सो ऑब्वियसली ग्रैटिट्यूड आपको पॉजिटिव बनाता है, एक आपके अराउंड में एक सपोर्टिव एनवायरनमेंट क्रिएट करता है. ठीक है, सो यू बिकम मोर काइंड, यू बिकम मोर जेनरस. ठीक है, यू एक्चुअली स्टार्ट प्रैक्टिसिंग एम्पथी मीनिंग कि आपको दूसरों का दुख अपने जैसा लगता है और यू वांट टू हेल्प देम आउट, एंड द मोर यू हेल्प देम आउट, द मोर people will come to help you out when you are in need. And obviously gratitude, it can contribute to a more compassionate society. अगर सभी लोग ये gratitude practice करने लगे तो I'm sure हमारी जो society है, it will be a more compassionate society. यानी जैसे अभी वही जो इंसिडेंट हुआ कि एक बच्चे ने दूसरे का मर्डर कर दिया just because he had more, he had more money, more luxury than him. ठीक है, तो ऐसा वाला मुझे नहीं लगता कि इंसिडेंट्स कभी भी होंगे. देयर विल बी नो एनवी, देयर विल बी नो जेलसी. ठीक है, यू हैव मोर, ओके आई एम हैप्पी फॉर यू एंड आई एम श्योर आई विल गेट मोर. If you start saying this obviously you will get more and more. Okay, so as we come to the end, now we have to just cultivate a grateful. So now this is just a summing up. So obviously here you should know that gratitude is a powerful force for good inner life. So हर अच्छी चीज होनी शुरू हो जाएगी जब हम हर उस चीज के लिए बोलते हैं ना ग्रेटफुल रहेंगे जो हमारे पास है. एंड देन ऑब्वियसली वी ऑल्सो सॉ दैट इफ यू आर ग्रेटफुल तो हमारा मेंटल, फिजिकल एंड सोशल लाइक रिलेशनशिप से भी जो रिलेटेड जो भी इश्यूज हैं वो सारे धीरे धीरे क्या हो जाएंगे, प्रॉब्लम्स जो है हमारे जो भी इश्यूज हैं वो सॉल्व हो जाएंगे. एंड देन इट इज अ प्रैक्टिस, यानी नॉट एवरीबडी हैज दैट एटीट्यूड ऑफ बीइंग ग्रेटफुल, राइट. बट अगर हमारे पास वो एटीट्यूड नहीं भी है तो भी हम क्या कर सकते हैं, उसको सीख सकते हैं. एनीथिंग कैन बी लर्न. ये जो 21 days वाला जो एक टाइम पीरियड है ना, इट इज सेट कि अगर कुछ भी चीज आपने 21 days करी, कोई भी आपको एक अच्छी हैबिट डेवलप करना है तो आपने अगर वो चीज इफ यू डू इट फॉर जस्ट 21 days, ठीक है, इट बिकम्स योर लाइफ लॉन्ग हैबिट. तो आपको ये चीज जो है ग्रैटिट्यूड वो क्या करना है, धीरे धीरे सीखना है. एंड देन ऑब्वियसली इट विल बी स्ट्रेंथन. सो छोटी भी चीजें हैं, इट्स नॉट, मैंने वही आपको अभी वही बोला कि इट्स नॉट कि सिर्फ जो आपके साथ बहुत ज्यादा अच्छा हो रहा है, बड़ा अच्छा हो रहा है तो सिर्फ उसके लिए हमको ग्रेटफुल रहना, ऐसा नहीं है. छोटी छोटी चीजों के लिए भी आपको ग्रेटफुल होना है, right? And that is when you will see a drastic change in your life, and it is my guarantee. Okay, and this is, I'm speaking from my personal experience and I have seen people around me, ठीक है, जो grateful नहीं है तो उनका जो डाउनफॉल है वो भी मैंने देखा है, और जो ग्रेटफुल है तो उनका जो प्रोग्रेस है इन लाइफ वो भी मैंने ऑब्जर्व किया है, और इट हैज हैपेंड विद मी. ठीक है, तो इसीलिए मैं इतने कन्विक्शन से ये सारी चीजें आपको बोल सकती हूँ. एंड नाउ एट द एंड आई वुड जस्ट लाइक टू शेयर यू, सी दिस इज वन ऑफ द टेक्निक दैट आई हैव बीन प्रैक्टिसिंग. ठीक है, एंड इट इज लाइक कि दिस वाज इंट्रोड्यूस्ड टू मी एट अ पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम कि व्हेन आई वाज वेरी डिस्टर्ब. तो व्हेन वन ऑफ माय फ्रेंड टोल्ड मी कि तुझे ये बोलना है, ये मंत्रा है where you have to just say I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you and love you. And this is, she said, keep that person in mind who have hurt you. ठीक है, तो I outrightly rejected. I said कि नहीं, ये मुझसे नहीं होगा, because उस समय मुझे ऐसा लग रहा था कि जो इंसान ने मेरे साथ बुरा किया है तो मुझे उससे तो बदला लेना है. ठीक है, and I would, यानी मैं उसका अच्छा तो चाह ही नहीं रही थी, बदला लेना तो आई डोंट नो कि मैं वो केपेबल थी कि नहीं बदला लेने के लिए. बट देन एट दैट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम आई वाज कि मैं उसका अच्छा तो सोच ही नहीं सकती हूँ, राइट. बट शी सेड कि जस्ट से इट प्लीज फॉर माय सेक, तो आई स्टार्टेड सेइंग दिस, ये मंत्रा जो है होओपोनोपो थ्योरी टेक्निक बोलते हैं इसको, इट इज अ हवाईन प्रैक्टिस. तो शी सेड कि जस्ट प्रैक्टिस इट. अब मे बी तू अपना ब्लैंक रख, अपना जो दिमाग है ब्लैंक रख, इवन इफ यू डोंट वांट टू थिंक ऑफ एनीबडी, डोंट थिंक, बट देन सिर्फ बोल. एंड देन आई स्टार्टेड सेइंग इट. तो शुरू में तो वो कन्विक्शन, एज आई टोल्ड यू कि एनीथिंग यू स्टार्ट न्यू तो वो कन्विक्शन नहीं आता है, बट देन इट बिकेम अ रेगुलर प्रैक्टिस एंड देन आई सॉ द चेंजेस दैट वर कमिंग in me. I had already forgiven जिसने मेरे साथ जो भी बुरा किया, and वो that was from my point of view कि मैं सोची कि उन्होंने बुरा किया, उन्होंने वो सोचा, अब मुझे उससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. But then I have forgiven each one of those people जिन्होंने मुझे बुरा ठहराया या मेरे बारे में कुछ भी बुरा सोचा या बुरा किया. I have forgiven them. और वो forgiven जो मैंने उनको forgive किया, जो मैंने उनसे, so it's like कि you have to say I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you and I love you, right? So when you say I'm sorry, तो obviously हमारे दिमाग में आता है कि मैंने तो गलत नहीं किया, फिर मैं क्यों उनसे sorry बोल रही हूँ. But then this may go back to the हमारा जो कार्मिक अकाउंट है हिंदू माइथोलॉजी के, कि हम जो आज इस जन्म में जो चीजें भोग रहे हैं, तो मे बी दैट इज द रिजल्ट ऑफ वॉट एवर वी हैड डन इन हमारा जो प्रीवियस बर्थ था. तो ऑब्वियसली हम ये जो टेक्निक है इसको हम लोग अभी तक का लिमिटेशन है, इट इज कि मैं जो भी मैंने तुम्हारे हिसाब से बुरा किया था तो उसके लिए आई एम सॉरी. सो आई से आई एम सॉरी, आई इवन आस्क फॉर देयर फॉरगिवनेस. तो अगर तुमको लगता है कि मैंने कुछ बुरा किया तो प्लीज फॉरगिव मी, ओके. देन इवन आई से थैंक यू, आई थैंक whatever souls that surround me, I thank them कि उन्होंने मुझे एक मेरी जो लाइफ की जर्नी है, ठीक है, उसको आगे बढ़ाने में उन्होंने मुझे हेल्प किया है. तो इससे मेरा जो सारे जो कार्मिक अकाउंट्स है वो क्या हो जा रहे हैं, कट हो जा रहे हैं, इन द सेंस कि अब मैं उनके लिए कोई भी ग्रजेस नहीं रख रही हूँ, ठीक है. सो ऑब्वियसली व्हेन आई एम नॉट हैविंग एनी ग्रज अगेंस्ट देम, मैंने उनको फॉरगिव कर दिया, मैंने उनसे फॉरगिवनेस मांग ली, उनको मैंने थैंक यू कर दिया, एंड इवन when I said I love you, okay, so and I love you in the sense for all the earthly experiences that I'm getting. So when I say these 4 phrases, तो obviously mentally I am prepared, और मैं अपने सारे कर्म को जो है ना, अगेन आई नो कि मैंने साइंस से अब थोड़ा सा स्पिरिचुअलिटी पे आ जा रही हूँ, तो इसका मतलब क्या हो रहा है कि मैंने मेरे सारे कर्म काट लिए. तो इन केस अगर मेरा अगला जन्म है तो ये जो सारे मुझे दुख इस समय मिले हैं तो इनको मैं अभी ही सारे भोग लेना चाह रही हूँ, ठीक है. जो मैंने गलत किया उसके लिए मुझे माफ कर दो, वो गलतियां मैं दोहराऊंगी नहीं. जो आपने मेरे लिए किया उसके लिए मैं थैंक यू बोल रही हूँ, एंड आई एम इन लव विद ऑल द एलिमेंट्स ऑफ लाइफ. सो इफ आई से दीज 4 phrases एवरी डे, ठीक है, तो धीरे धीरे my mentality changes, I become more positive, I become more optimistic, and this is the result of all these things. So ये जो techniques मैं follow कर रही हूँ, so I say this 4 mantras every day. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. Then I maintain a diary, okay, and in case many a times I'm very tired, तो मुझे वो लिखने का पेशेंस भी नहीं रहता है, सो आई मे नॉट राइट इट, बट व्हेन आई एम इन बेड आई जस्ट से, ठीक है, जम से नहीं बोल रही हूँ, मैं मन ही मन में बोल रही हूँ, आई एम थैंकिंग एवरीथिंग, आई एम थैंकिंग फॉर द गुड डे, गुड मील, good relationships, good friends, everything. I am grateful for all these things, ठीक है. एंड आई एश्योर यू कि अगर आप लोगों ने ये सारी चीजें फॉलो की तो देयर विल बी नो लुकिंग बैक, आपके साथ अच्छा ही होगा. सो विद दिस वी कम टू द एंड. So thank you very much, and here I would also like to quote Cicero ने बोला है कि gratitude is not only the greatest of virtue but the parent of all the others. So सबसे important virtue अगर कोई है तो वो है gratitude. Okay, so I think you must have learned from it, you must have enjoyed it. So now if there are any questions, those are welcome. In case they are not, I'm grateful that I was invited here, and I'm grateful that you listened to me. Everyone, I'm grateful to every one of you. Okay, over to Snehal ma'am.
Thank you so much, madam, for the powerful and wonderful session. Now, students, if
Sorry to
you have,
interrupt.
yeah,
Madam, please stop your screen sharing.
Yes, 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 yes.
Yes, Nehal ma'am.
yeah. Thank you so much, madam, for the powerful and wonderful session. Now, student, if you have any question, you can ask. Students, if you have any question,
Uh,
I think there is no question. So, shall I
I think
proceed?
Rafia, madam. Rafia, do you want to say something?
yes, ma'am. I
Yes,
think
Rafia.
to say very wonderful. This is a wonderful speech for me. And thank you lots of thanks.
You
That
have any doubt, madam? Rafia ma'am, you can ask.
yeah, okay. What are you saying, ma'am?
कोई डाउट है आपको तो आप पूछ सकते हो.
Yes, ma'am. I want to say, ma'am, कहना चाहते हैं कि positiveness is very important things that that is that is your it is very essential for your attitude also and improve your क्या बोलेंगे उसको?
Life, yes, it actually improves your quality of life. Now, to tell you, like, this is like gratitude is actually, this thing is there in all in each and every scriptures that we have. Now, the book that I was talking about, magic, there is a quote for, like, from Quran also. Here he says that, and when God proclaimed, if you're grateful, I'll give you more, but if you are ungrateful, verify my punishment is indeed severe. Okay, so this is a quote from a Quran. So actually, when you go through it and you actually realize ki it's like, this is something जो सारे religions भी जो हैं, right, it is in each and every religious book,
Yes,
so it has to be practiced. Yes.
and I appreciate your experience, ma'am. That it is wonderful for me, and I learned so much things in my life. And your speech is wonderful. I want to say, and this is
Thank you,
my
ma'am.
is a very important for my personality development also. That is improvement. I can improve day by day my mentality also. This is the positiveness is good for my health and my mentality also.
Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Rafia. We understand your feelings. Thank
Yes,
you so much, and you have been a very active participant throughout. Thank you so much. Over to Snail ma'am.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Well, today we have learned about the importance of gratitude and how to cultivate it consciously. Madam has effectively demonstrated the content through an engaging and informative video. The examples drawn from your personal experiences combined with insights provided a profound understanding of how to navigate complex and uncomfortable situations and always be optimistic to cope up with the adverse situation are really noteworthy strategy, ma'am. Your guidance was truly invaluable and deeply appreciated. Thank you once again, Dipti ma'am.
Thank you so much, Snail. Thank you.
Before we conclude, let's take a moment to reflect what are you grateful for today? Whether it's a small act of kindness, a supportive person, or even this, an opportunity to learn and grow, it all counts. Let gratitude be the lens through which we see life, not just today, but every day. Today's session began with a powerful message from the resource person. Gratitude turns what we have into enough. Let us carry this message forward in our daily lives. Okay, now let's move towards the formal vote of thanks of today's session. As we wrap up today's session, first and foremost, a big thank you to our esteemed resource person who has been a source of knowledge, guidance, and inspiration. I also would like to thank everyone for your active engagement and participation. Today has been a wonderful learning experience, and I'm sure we have all gained valuable insights into enhancing our soft skills. Let's remember that every conversation is a chance to express appreciation, and in doing so, we open doors not just to better opportunities but to deeper respect, meaningful recognition, and personal growth. Once again, thank you to the cluster organization and their principals and the team of coordinators for successfully organizing such a great platform and offering me a task of being a host of three sessions. Dear, tomorrow we will continue with another exciting topic that is overcoming fear and insecurities by Dr. Dizala Hashmi Madam. Till then, keep learning, keep growing, and most importantly, recognize your worth with gratitude and don't hesitate to let others see it too. So, see you tomorrow at the same time with more zeal and excitement. Till then, have a great time ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Meenakshi ma'am, Usha ma'am.
Thank
Thank you,
you. Thank you,
Snehal.
Dipti ma'am.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Yeah.